I'm just here fishing, getting coral, and it's awful. Getting coral isn't great because, well, I don't have a conduit, which I really need a conduit. So we're gonna start today's episode off with a monument raid, an ocean monument raid. We're gonna go do that because we need the prismarine, and I also would not mind getting the, we got a fish. I also wouldn't mind the armor trims. I think that'll be cool. Let's go to an ocean monument and see who else wants to join. Also, I have a little bit of gathering, but it's been very slow. So we're gonna go to an ocean monument and get a conduit. We're gonna get more fish as well, so we can get the nautilus shells, so we can get the conduit. I already have a heart of the sea, but yes, let's go to an ocean monument. No one was really wanting to do this, so it's just me. Unfortunately, no one else is really online. As you can see here, I mean, Oiter is, but he's AFK. So it's just us and our trusty friend here, Steve the cow. Can you say hi, say hello, Steve? Oh, he doesn't want to say hello. We're gonna loot this place. We need the sponges and we need the prismarine, specifically the prismarine. But I also want the armor trim. We're gonna be making an armor trim shop, not today, of course, but pretty soon, probably next episode or the episode after. We're gonna be working on getting all the trims. We already have a couple, but let's go ahead and get this. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into the temple thing. Ocean monument, that's what it's called, sorry. Let's do it. And we got all three Elder Guardians, let's go. Oh no. Okay, there's my stuff. Or at least there's Steve the cow. He's fine. But I don't see my stuff yet. I guess we're still too far away. Hello, Steve. How are you doing? We're leaving. We got everything, and we're alive. We did it. Somewhat successful ocean monument raid. Yeah, we'll go with that. That's loud and annoying. But we don't have to deal with that anymore, at least for a little bit. And we'll have people to play with next time we do it, which is much better. But yes, we're going home now, and we can. Sorry, Steve. We can't actually make the harvest or the conduit yet because we don't have enough nautilus shells. So we're gonna have to go and find the rest of the nautilus shells, unfortunately, because well, it's quite annoying that we can't. I've been fishing for them for a while and I can't get any. I've also been killing a lot of drowned and I can't get any. So we're gonna keep doing that until we get all the nautilus shells we need. Here we go. More grinding. We love it. We love it here on BloomCraft. We now have the conduit, but I didn't get enough prismarine because I'm an idiot. But it still works. It gives us the water breathing effect so we can harvest coral better. Now, for the keen-eyed among you, you may have realized I'm wearing a netherite helmet. I wasn't wearing a netherite helmet in the last episode. Where did this come from? Well, I was live streaming and I got netherite, which is pretty cool. Now, I have netherite for the rest of my armor, but I'm not going to put it on at this moment. I'm going to put it on the stream. I'm about to do. For me, for you, this has already happened. There's probably a VOD for it. It's fine. But it's going to be a long detail stream. We're going to be doing all the details for most of my base. And, well, I got to go do that. So I will see you in a second after the stream. A lot of things will probably change. Be right back. That stream was pretty good. And now we have full netherite armor, which is cool. Now, I think I'm going to be downloading a resource pack that makes it look like the regular armor because I don't really like the shoulder pads on the chest plate. Doesn't look right, but still we did a bit. We did quite a bit. We had this thing which is just part of the pier. Like finished out some more of the mud here. I mean this just looks better. Like if we go here, we actually have more of a dock. Now I don't have a ship on here yet. I'm gonna see if I can get someone to like build a small merchant ship right here. So that'll be really cool. We added a couple more details over here. Not too much, to be honest. More like just over there. We also did build a tree that I'm probably going to be changing because I do not like mangrove leaves. They look really bad. And they're too... Ugh. So I'm probably going to get some spruce leaves and add them to here. It still looks cool. The tree itself, not the actual leaves. The leaves look bad, but we'll probably do that kind of between episodes or something like that. Then we also added in a pathway to the lighthouse, which, oh my gosh, I still need to get rid of all these vines. There's a lot of vines, and they are very annoying. Well, the pathway, it's got like a bunch of firefly bushes. Like there's one there, there's one there, there's one there. There's like dozens of them. So when you're walking through the forest here, which I still need to put some more leaves in, I think, to make it look a little bit better. I broke several of these. We have a lot of the particle effects, which is really cool. And then when we actually get to the lighthouse, we don't have, you know, this yet, but we have actually built the island, or the landscape for the lighthouse. So it's not just floating anymore, it's actually on something. Now we're gonna add some sand into it, and probably a bit more, I might build this out a bit more right here, just to give it a bit more detail, just because, you know, I think it needs a bit more detail, which is really cool. The final thing we did was clear out a little bit more space here, mainly to get mud, because we needed packed mud, and we have a lot of it now. Because the next thing we're doing is over here. It's gonna be, so this is gonna be the shipyard, or like the docks, the industrial dockyard. That. But we need to get the actual dockyards built, and I don't want to like build like way out to here, and then so there's just a giant kind of fill-in of water. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna kind of try and follow the coastline a bit, but at the same time, we're kind of gonna make our own pathway, if that makes sense. But that is gonna be our next little task, because, well, this is the next part of the build. We're pretty much done with Evershore Cove over there. Like, we finished building most of it. There's a couple more things we still need to do, but it's pretty much done. Now this part here is gonna take a little bit, but it'll be cool. I think it'll be a really cool time lapse. Now this is gonna be, I'm still trying to decide about fully what it's gonna be, but it's either gonna be my automatic storage system, which I think I'm gonna use copper golems when we update to it, which is pretty soon, or it's gonna be the villager trading hall. I don't know. If this isn't the villager trading hall, then this bit of land will be turned into it, because there's a village there's a village over there, and we can get villagers pretty easily. And I don't know what I want to do with this little spit of land, as villager trading hall or auto sorter are both pretty good ideas. But we got to build the dockyards first, so let's jump into a time lapse. Let's go. I really like this. I think it looks good. Now let's take another look at it in free cam. Yeah, I like it. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this one extra bit here, because that was kind of this wood was kind of a last second addition, which is fine. I like it though. I think it looks good. It's like mud. So mud is kind of the main, like if we look back over on Evershore Cove, there's a lot of mud being used, like on the pathways and then over here and this pier. Mud is kind of the block I want to use a lot of, or at least the dried mud, because I haven't really used a lot of it up until this build, like up until these builds. So that's something I want to use, and I have tons of mud. If we can just look in this area, I just have tons of it. But this is, I like it. It's the kind of the dock that I'm gonna work with. Now there is gonna be more I'm gonna have to work with. I'm gonna add a bit more, as in this piece is probably gonna stretch to about here, and this is all just gonna be kind of flat open area where I'm gonna do a bunch of detailing. There'll probably be a crane and stuff, and we'll have a pretty large ship right here, and ideally we'll have another large ship right here. So what is the theme of my base? It's kind of old-fashioned fishing town, but not like 1880s. This is more, think, the early 1930s or so something like that, where like modern stuff and old stuff is still kind of like, it's a crossover period, kind of like that. Because I mean, we have the giant lighthouse, but we have like the old style buildings, which is what I want. I want old style buildings because they're cool, but I also want to have more modern stuff as well. Like this is going to be a larger factory building. So this is going to be kind of like an industrial revolutionized town that still has a lot of old stuff and hasn't been fully modernized yet. That's kind of what we're going for. I think it's cool. But this part is, I love it. Right? It feels so dark, but it's not. I like how the mud, the texture between the packed mud and the packed mud bricks, it just looks really good. Now I am gonna go ahead and pack in this a bit more. I'll put the mud bricks a bit further up and move the packed mud a bit back. But I'm also going to include brown mushroom because brown mushroom blocks look amazing. And it's basically just gonna fill out this entire sort of area over here, which will be really cool. It's gonna be cool. You guys are gonna like it. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. That's like our next little thing. We're just gonna build out this platform, and then we'll get at least part of the first building in, which is, I've decided, villagers. We're doing villager trading hall here. But it's gonna be like an industrial looking building. It's gonna be cool. You guys are gonna like it. So we're gonna go back into a time lapse. Again, we just were. We've added a couple more details, and I think they're quite cool. So there's these brown mushroom block squares, and there's actually more underneath all those things. But those are sort of just markers for goods. Like, I mean, we look at the barrels, there's nothing in them, obviously. And then hay, and then logs, like several different log types. You know, basic stuff you would probably see at like a dock, like an industrial dockyard or shipyard or whatever we're gonna call this. But we haven't filled in these. Now, I don't think I'm actually gonna fill in at least all of these. I might fill in a couple of them. But because someone's gonna be building a boat there and there, I want them to put some of their own goods here. And also, if you notice, these are a lot further away. Like, there's a lot of space on this side of the dock than there is over here. And that's because this is gonna be the grand ship. So like the largest ship that I want to be in this entire dockyard, I want it on this side right here. This one will be a pretty big ship as well, but it's not gonna be as big as the one over there, as I'm actually really, really happy with how this looks. But yes, this is the kind of just the industrial staging area. Now I think I need to build a crane, but I don't really want to build the crane yet until we get the ship in. So I think Corbin is actually gonna build the first ship, and I would like him to do this one. I'll have to talk to him a little bit more about it, but once he builds it, then I'm gonna build the crane. Like, I don't want to build the crane before and like get it in the way, because that would be not good. But the big ship will go here, and then we'll add a crane or two, and then, you know, the rest of the goods will be placed in, which would be really cool. Now, the next part of the build is the actual warehouse. Now this could have been either my storage system or the villager trading hall. I think I want it to be the villager trading hall. I need just to get one because of all the stuff I need. Like, I need to be trading for blocks and stuff, like quartz and all the other good stuff. Basically, that's essentially what I need. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up a quick little building. I think it'll be really cool. And yeah, we gotta go get some resources though, but let's we're not even gonna look at that. So let's just jump into a time lapse and let's go. I'm really happy with this thing. It is quite the build. It obviously doesn't really fit into the terrain fully yet because, well, yeah, but it's empty as well. I need to, as I'm putting the villagers in, as when I'm gonna add the interior, but it's a really nice and large building, so I'm really happy about that. Now I've added the kind of building into the main dock here, like on this side, to what I've already built for the dock. So it actually fits in right here, but I still need to clear a bit more trees and add some more mud in, as well as let some of this oxidize and then wax it, because I don't have any beeswax. Oh, there's a beehive right there, actually. That's kind of nice. But we'll have to get some beeswax, probably get a bee farm started, which would be nice. But this is a really awesome building. It's very large. It actually looks pretty good. The copper building with the brick, like a factory building. Now, I am also aware that these white squares kind of make it look like the courthouse just a little bit, which is fine. It's fine. But I am extremely happy with this. Now, if you look over there, there's a beacon. I moved my beacon over there because I had to trade with villagers to get all the bricks. This thing required 23 stacks of bricks. Like, that's insane. It required a lot of bricks. Now, mainly, it required bricks for the floor. So, I mean, the floor is obviously using a ton of bricks, but I mean, the walls also used quite a bit of brick as well. I like the pale oak. The pale oak actually worked really well with the bricks. I was a little surprised about that. And then obviously the copper and the smith stone. So this is a good build. I love it. Now we will have a ship here at some point soon. Hopefully I can talk to Corbin about it and we can get a large galleon in here. And then also, I don't have the one for here, but I think we'll be able to get another ship, like an airship. Because Scooter is doing Space Pirates. And I would like him to do that, but only if he wants to, because I'm not going to make anyone do this because that would be unfair. Now, I love this building, but we still are going, again, we have to finish terraforming everything over here, which is going to primarily be mud. It's going to be a lot of mud. I'm going to have to I'll have to extend the dock this way, like all the way to that over there, and then build up more of it. But for now, this is pretty good. If you stayed at the end of this video, hit the like button and maybe subscribe as well, because I really appreciate it. And well, you watched here anyways, so you might as well. You're coming back another time if you watched all the way to the end, but still. Yes, anyways, whatever. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one. I'm Cryptic Koala, and I will see you again. Goodbye.